Tonight, you lie down in bed completely exhausted, and yet your mind keeps racing at full speed, refusing to switch off. You look around your bedroom and see a pile of things set aside for later, clothes waiting to be ironed, a laptop lying right next to your pillow. In the West, we're taught that a bedroom is just another room in the house, a place to put whatever needs to go somewhere. In Japan, we believe something completely different, that the bedroom is the most sacred space in the entire home, a place where your body and your mind actually have the chance to truly recover. Today, I've prepared 7 Japanese principles for you that will completely change the way your bedroom affects your sleep. If you apply them tonight, you'll feel the difference by tomorrow morning. But be careful, because among these 7 principles, one is hidden that we consider the absolute foundation of all the others. Without it, the rest simply won't work the way they should. I'll reveal it to you at the very end of this video. Are you ready to discover how your own bedroom can become a place of true inner peace? Before we touch on the first specific principle, we need to understand 2 Japanese concepts that lie at the foundation of our entire philosophy of rest. The first is ma. Let me explain this word calmly and slowly. Ma means empty space, but it's not emptiness understood as the absence of something valuable. In the West, empty space often triggers anxiety, as if it needs to be immediately filled with something. In Japan, ma has been considered sacred ground for centuries, a place where your energy can freely rest and recharge. The second important concept concerns the quality of sleep itself and how much your surroundings affect its depth. We deeply believe that the bedroom is a mirror of your inner state. If your bedroom is overloaded with things, your sleep will be equally overloaded with restless thoughts. If your bedroom is calm and orderly, your sleep will naturally become deeper and more restorative. Take a moment now to think about what your own bedroom looks like when you walk into it at night. Do you feel calm, or rather an invisible weight of unfinished business? Let's move on to the first of the 7 principles, which forms the foundation of everything that follows. The first principle states clearly that the bedroom should serve only for sleeping and resting, nothing else. When I was a little girl, I often visited my grandmother's room, and I was always struck by how different it was from the rooms of my peers in the West. In her bedroom stood only a low futon, a small lamp, and nothing more. No desk, no television, no exercise equipment, no stacks of papers waiting to be read. I once asked her why her room was so simple, and she calmly replied that the body learns from its surroundings, when it's time to rest and when it's time to work. If there's a desk in the bedroom, your brain never fully believes it's time to sleep because part of your attention keeps circling back to unfinished tasks. If there's an exercise bike in the bedroom, your body subconsciously feels the pressure of activity, even while you lie still in bed. The practical rule for you tonight is very simple. Remove from your bedroom every object that doesn't directly serve sleep or rest. The television, computer, exercise equipment, work desk, all of these should find their place in another room of your home. Your bedroom should communicate one clear message to your body, that this is a place exclusively for sleep and recovery. When you make this change, you'll notice that simply walking into the room starts to trigger a feeling of relief, rather than another to-do list. The second principle touches on something far deeper than just physical order in the room. Think for a moment about what your evening looks like when you come home tired after a long day. Most people in the West simply toss their clothes onto a chair or the floor, thinking only about getting to bed as quickly as possible. In Japan, we treat this moment completely differently, as a small ritual that closes the day with respect and gratitude. Pick up the shirt or blouse you wore all day and dedicate literally 5 minutes of your attention to it. Lay it gently on the bed or chair, smooth out the wrinkles with your hands, and in that same moment, allow yourself a brief mental summary of the day. Silently tell yourself a simple thank you for this day, regardless of how difficult or ordinary it was. This simple act connects physical action with the conscious closing of the day in your mind. When you learn to give thanks even for ordinary, unremarkable days, your mind stops replaying them over and over as you lie in bed. Instead, you let the past day go with respect, creating space for peaceful sleep. This 5-minute evening practice might seem small and insignificant at first, but its effect accumulates with every passing night. Instead of climbing into bed with your head full of unprocessed emotions from the day, you climb in with a sense of closure and calm. The third principle concerns something most people never even pay attention to, namely, how we actually choose the bedding we sleep in every night. We usually buy bedding based only on how it looks, on the color or pattern that seems attractive in the store. We rarely stop to consider how a given fabric actually feels against our skin throughout the night. In Japan, we believe that the material touching our body during sleep can either give us energy or quietly drain it from us. Try a small experiment the next time you change your sheets. Close your eyes for a moment and touch the fabric with just your fingertips, completely detaching from how it looks. Do you feel roughness, stiffness, or an unpleasant coldness of synthetic material? Or do you feel the natural softness, gentle smoothness, and pleasant warmth of cotton or linen? Your skin is in direct contact with this material for many hours every night, which is why its quality matters far more than most people realize. If your bedding causes even slight tension or discomfort in your body, your sleep will never be as deep as it could be. Your practical task for this week is very specific. Test every set of bedding you currently own by touch, with your eyes closed. Keep only the one that creates a feeling of pleasure and calm in your body, not the one that looks best in photos on social media. Your body always knows better than your eyes which materials truly serve it during long hours of rest. Trusting this bodily wisdom is one of the simplest ways to improve the quality of every night in your life. The fourth principle moves us toward what happens right next to your bed, specifically on your nightstand. Think for a moment about how many objects currently sit on your nightstand when you go to sleep at night. Most people in the West gather a real little chaos there. Phone chargers, several books waiting to be read, creams, glasses, a glass with yesterday's water, and countless other small items. Science has long proven that our brain has a limited amount of mental energy each day for making decisions. When your eyes register dozens of unnecessary objects right before falling asleep, your mind subconsciously processes each one, even if you're not aware of it. This is exactly the same paradox of choice that burdens us in the morning when picking out clothes, only shifted to the very end of the day when your brain most needs calm. Many well-known creators and thinkers around the world follow the principle of an extremely simple, almost minimalist work or rest space, because they know that an excess of objects drains focus and energy. Your task for tonight is to gather everything currently on your nightstand and leave only 3 items that are absolutely essential to you. This might be a small lamp, one book you're currently reading, and a glass of clean water. Everything else should find its place in another room or in a drawer, out of your line of sight. When your eyes look at an empty, orderly surface in the evening, your mind receives a clear signal that it's time to rest, not to make more small decisions. This simple change to your nightstand space might seem insignificant, but its impact on your mind's calm is surprisingly large. The fifth principle touches on a place almost no one in the West thinks about, namely the space directly under your bed. Many homes around the world use this space as extra storage, tucking away boxes, suitcases, seasonal clothes, and everything else that hasn't found another place in the house. In Japan, we believe that the space directly beneath your body while you sleep should remain completely free and open. Air needs the ability to circulate freely around your bed for your sleep to be truly full and restorative. When there's a pile of things under the bed, your subconscious, even while sleeping, in some sense feels this hidden weight so close to your body. This is exactly the same principle we apply to our closets, where empty space symbolizes room for new energy, not just practical storage convenience. Your practical task for this week is very concrete and can be done in a single afternoon. Look under your bed and remove absolutely everything you're currently storing there. Find another place in your home for these items, such as a closet, basement, or attic if you have one. Let this space beneath your body remain completely free and empty so that air can circulate freely around you every night. Many people who have made this change tell me their sleep became noticeably lighter and calmer within just a few days, though they don't fully understand why. It's possible that this elusive sense of space and freedom affects our subconscious more strongly than we assume. The sixth principle introduces a very simple but remarkably powerful morning ritual involving fresh air. In Japan, there's a beautiful tradition of seasonally changing clothes and living spaces in tune with the shifting rhythm of the seasons. We can bring this same spirit of respect for natural rhythm into every single morning of our lives. Right after waking up, before you even start scrolling through your phone or thinking about the day's obligations, walk to your bedroom window and open it wide for a few minutes. Let the stale night air flow out and let fresh daytime air flow into your room. This simple gesture symbolizes something far deeper than just a physical exchange of air in the room. It's your personal daily reminder that every new day is a separate, fresh beginning, regardless of what the previous day looked like. Night air carries with it the residue of your dreams, your worries, and your fatigue from the day before. Fresh morning air carries new energy and new possibilities waiting for you that day. Introducing this ritual takes literally a few minutes each morning, while creating a clear, symbolic boundary between yesterday and today in your mind. People who adopt this simple habit permanently often notice it becomes easier to start each day with a clear head without carrying unnecessary emotional baggage from the previous day. The seventh principle touches on the hardest part of the entire process, namely, how we deal with restless thoughts right before falling asleep. Almost everyone has experienced this frustrating situation, lying in bed already physically exhausted while your mind keeps replaying the events of the day or worrying about the day ahead. In Japan, there's a beautiful philosophy called wabi-sabi, which teaches us to accept imperfection as a natural and valuable part of life. Instead of fighting the thought that a given day should have looked different, better, more productive, we learn to accept it as it truly was, with all its imperfections. When you're lying in bed and feel your mind starting to analyze past events or worry about the future, try gently telling yourself that this day, with all its shortcomings, was good enough. You don't need to perfect the past or control the future while lying sleepless in the dark. Allow yourself to accept what was, just as we accept a crack in an old ceramic bowl as part of its history, not as a flaw to be fixed. Your practical task for tonight is very simple to carry out. When you notice your thoughts starting to circle around worries, gently tell yourself that it's enough that the day was what it was. This simple acceptance, repeated every night, significantly shortens the time it takes to fall asleep over time. As promised at the very beginning, it's time to reveal which of these 7 principles is the absolute foundation of all the others. That key principle is the second on our list, the evening ritual of closing the day with gratitude while folding your clothes. Why does this particular principle hold such fundamental importance for all the others? Because without consciously closing out the past day in your mind, every other change to your bedroom remains only superficial and physical. You can remove every unnecessary object, choose the best possible bedding, and open your window every morning. But if your mind still carries the unprocessed emotions of the day gone by, your sleep will never be as deep as it could be. Only the regular practice of gratitude and consciously closing each day creates true inner space for peaceful, restorative sleep. Tell me honestly in the comments which of these 7 principles you'll apply in your bedroom tonight before you go to sleep. I'll be reading every single one of your responses personally. Next week, we'll meet again to talk about Japanese bathroom order principles that can transform your daily morning routine. See you soon, and tonight, when you turn off the lights in your renewed bedroom, may your mind finally feel that calm, deep silence you've been waiting for so long.